Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another segment of LABABY'S Spotlight Show. I remain your hostess, LABABY, and today we are doing another juicy subject. How do I balance my relationship with God, work, and humans? Joining me to do this beautiful discussion is Madame Priscilla Hansen. She's an HR manager at Ghana Psychology Council. Without much ado, help me even as we invite her on set to do this discussion.
How are you?
You're welcome.
Okay.
I like your pink top, Charlie.
Thank
And
you.
easy car.
So we go
All right.
Okay.
The subject on board. How do I balance my relationship with God, work, and humans? What's your take?
Okay. I believe that coming from the Christian perspective,
Okay.
we know that God is everything,
Okay.
and everything that we do without Him, we can do it. Our work, our relationship with others are all dependent on the kind of relationship we have with God. So balancing God, work with humans is all about priorities.
Okay.
We have some people who like to put their work first ahead of God, but then at the end we get to know the consequences or however their life turned out to be compared to those who place God first. The point is we are here because of Him, and so doing anything and putting Him, making Him a less priority becomes an issue. So I will advise, or from my point of view, I believe that when you put God first in everything, every other can also work effectively. Okay. Now, in terms of work and relationship, that is where maybe it becomes a little issue, because how do I put my work?
Difficult.
Yes, because it affects a lot of relationship, a lot of marriages, and all that. And it's all about priorities. Even the Bible mentioned in Ecclesiastes that there's time for everything. Okay, so you need to have a proper way of prioritizing your needs. Know when you have time for your work. Know when you have time for people. Okay, and then by so doing, you realize that effectively you are doing your work effectively. You are also having a good relationship with others. When you make that mistake of always having work, and I've really been there before. Okay, where I have my sisters, my family together, but then hardly do I really get to even talk to them. You even know how it was difficult to even get to me, sometimes even on phone. Okay, so we can focus so much on work, and then at the end, we tend to lose our relationship with others. In the same way, you can also focus so much on relationship with others that you might even lose focus on your work. They are all important, and so it's always good to have a proper balance, and it's about making priorities, having time for work, having time for friendship or friend other form of relationship and all that. Just so that everything.
This time is very key to all of us. But we say time is money. So how can I try and balance my time?
Okay, so as I mentioned, it's all about the priorities you set for yourself. So, for instance, you know that you are the type that maybe the workaholic type. You go to work early, and maybe you come, let's say, around 5, 6, or some even get to the office at 9. You get home, there's nothing wrong with taking your phone to say hello to a friend.
Hey, I get home like 10 p.m. I'm very tired. I want to sleep. I want to eat and then sleep. I don't have that time to call even somebody to say hello.
And that's why it demands discipline. Okay, when you value something, no matter what, you get to have time for it. Okay. They always say that time is money, and time is one thing that when you give to someone, you never get it back. And so when you value someone, the kind of value you place on someone depends on the time the person gives to you. Okay. So if you value someone, you look at the point where someone starts a new relationship. You know, when you're fresh, that juicy that. You get it. Let the person close from work at even 12 a.m. and let the person get home, let's say 1 a.m. The person will try to first call. If maybe the partner is unable to even pick, I called you. So please, when you wake up, you get
text me back.
It's all about the value you place on people. So no matter the time that your work is eating you up, you should be able to create some time for your family, for your friends, okay, or the people you place value on. Because honestly, at the end, when you grow someday, in that your guild versus despair stage of life, you realize that the kind of things that when you throw your back okay, your mind back to, you realize that it's not about the work that you not do, but the kind of relationship you not value.
Yes.
That you had to let it go because of your work. So it's very important.
So right now we've learned about discipline, to place discipline on key
important.
things,
Very
people
important.
around us, and also we should place value also on people.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. After all these are said and done, yes, I've been able to place value on people and all that. What next? What next?
So when you're able to, as I mentioned, when you place value on people, then you're able to make time for them. So let's say Mondays to Friday, fine, maybe that is where you are always attached to your work, but so maybe you don't really get close contact with your friends or relatives. So at least with the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, you should be able to find a way to maybe meet your friends.
These people that you plan on meeting them on this weekend, so that's their busy days.
And that's why I said you as you communicate throughout the week, you get to know who is available at this time, who is available at even when you even contact the person is busy. At least the person knows that Lisa had me at the back of their mind. And so even whenever the person gets time, the person is able to also make available for you. And today I'm around, can we go out to have a little chat and all that? And very important. Very important.
Someone once said that if your relationship with God is very, very strong, naturally the other things will follow. Do you agree with this context, that the value you place on God, naturally you don't have to struggle with mortals to and your work, it comes naturally?
Yes, there's a point there.
Okay. And the other point,
but there should be, we should look at it from this point about, I don't want us to go to that topic, but let's see. Like, you know, real Christianity and religiosity. Now there are some people who are so religious and they think that always being at the presence of God, going to church, engaging in all activities
makes me feel so righteous
and putting God first. And so some people engage in those things and they lose sight of their friends and family and even their work. And so you realize that, and the person keeps saying, I've been doing this for God, I go to church, I'm always putting him first and everything, but I'm losing my job, I'm losing my family, and I don't even know what. No, it's different. True Christianity is more about having that intimate relationship with God. Now, whoever said that mentioned that, because when you get that intimate with God, okay, you tend to understand the true meaning of what love actually means.
So that means most of us
and
are
that
missing
is what for that one a lot. A lot in this.
Please, we are hearing. Most of us are missing the mark.
A lot of people are missing it. Okay. So when it is there, that love comes out naturally, and that's why it overflows in your work and relationship. Okay, because you understand that if I have intimacy with God, it reflects in my relationship with other people. So it reflects in my work, it reflects with my relationship with others. Okay, so when I go to work, I do things out of love, but not because of A, B, C, D, said it. I'm working and I'm giving my best to the job I'm doing, not because of what my boss or my superior is saying or doing. I react so nicely and lovely to other people, make time to go help other people out of the love I have for God, and not because of what people are going to say or what people observers are going to see and talk about. So you get
so if you are rounding everything up, in conclusion, what would you say are the key issues?
Okay, so in conclusion, if you really want to have a proper balance between your relationship with God, with your work, and then your friends, then
is it only friends?
Not only friends, but your spouse, your family, relatives, and all that. People. Then it is always advisable, put God first. Find a better way to get that kind of intimate relationship God is taking from every of his children. Now when you get that, trust me, you see how the others will be flowing. And please, work will not help you.
I believe we are all here. Know how to balance
enough to be able to have a little time out of your work.
We are thinking about the money too much that it's only work. So viewers, we've heard that place value on the people around you, and first and foremost, place value on God. When you place that value on God, naturally He'll give you that wisdom and since you would have intimacy with him, you know how to deal with the people around you and the work. You not only focus on work, or focus on only God, or human. You'll be able to balance the three and be the better you. Thank you for joining us, Charlene.
Okay.
Wisdom. In fact, high five. Wisdom. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Too.
Don't forget to keep watching the Baby Spotlight and leave your comments and suggestions and views below, and we will address them as such. Thank you, viewers. God bless you. Es ist lieblich. Don't forget to be a spotlight in the void of darkness. Peace. Mit Domo.